Yo, 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 what's good? It's Chad Man the Don. What's popping? What's going on? Yo, just been working on a whole lot. Haven't even checked on the market. As far as I see, it is having a red day. The reason why I don't say up or down is because depending on your position, you could be shorting, and I could say it's having a down day, or I could say it's having a bad day or something. You say, no, it's not. It's having a freaking fantastic day. I'm doing great. Or you could be long and it's a red day, and you could look at that as a 50% sell at Nordstrom's. You're just like, hey, red day, I'm all in. So I did notice it was down a little bit. I'm working on a few things. And of course, you know me, I try to it's not so much that I'm being an open book. That's not so much what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do is provide any information that could possibly benefit anyone in their current situation that they're currently dealing with. But also, I do talk about some personal shit because I've looked and I see there's approximately 4 million podcasts out there. Now, some of them only have one episode. Some of them people have quit after one episode. Or quit after a couple episodes, um, or quit after one. And I've noticed that, you know, how in the world if I'm a podcast person, which I am, but I haven't been recently because again I've been kind of just trying to stay in my lane. Um, it's been kind of some insane. What's his name from I Am Legend? Aaron Neville. Just kind of just me, my dog, and the rats. And creating content. Uh, but so yeah. So how is it that I'm supposed to pick this podcast? Uh, when this who is this person? So that's why I'm offering some information about who I am personally. Crazy thing is, today alone, today alone, I've had approximately 3 listeners. I know you're like, so, that's crazy to me because I've only had a couple episodes that have reached 3, 4. I had one that reached like 10 in one day. Normally I get like one listen a day, maybe 2 listens a day. Um, kind of like that. But I got to keep it going. So let me just start off by saying thank you so much to anybody and everybody who's definitely taking time out of their day to come spend it with your man Chairman at the house. I appreciate it. Now, on another note, I just want to talk about how good God is. I know I'm a hypocrite, or we probably shouldn't be talking about God and Christ in public like this. We got a lot of people who don't agree with it, but let's just move forward. All right, so how great God is. All right, so chilling, right? Waiting on somebody to come over, talk about some current shit that I'm dealing with. Uh, just some god awful shit, right? Um, and hear the doorbell ring, run outside, right? Um, Thinking I'm waiting on this person. It's Jehovah Witnesses. This Jehovah Witness, it just shows up. And I've been praying on God, like, God, please show me something that you're still there. And you get these little things that just come, that are just like, here. And I'm not saying that I'm Jehovah Witness or anything, but, essentially the message was still the same. And she's just like, hey, I just wanted to come here and let you know, be patient. And I was like, what? She was like, be patient, and I'm like, huh? And you know how sometimes certain things just hit you? I like right now, and it was funny because last night, something came on my phone, YouTube short, was like, I just want to talk to you about patience. And it's almost like God is trying to tell me something. It's like God is trying to say, Chan, I know what you want to do. You love to just, it's one of the dumbest theories in the world. If you can't get anything done, do it yourself. It's a terrible theory. It's so old school. You're not supposed to operate that way. Um, but I love just getting things done myself. I want to get things done myself. And it was last night, it was like, hey, I just want to talk to you about patience. It was YouTube short. I know you want to get things done yourself. You're losing your mind. You got people just coming in on you, just coming. down on you, and you want to, I would love to fight back. I would love to fight back. And all these people don't really realize what's going on. All these people don't realize, things my spouse is doing, trying to, trying to accomplish what they want to accomplish, and the tactics that they're using to get what they want accomplished. A lot of people don't understand. All people really understand is what's being said about me. Because I told you, I've been by myself lately. I really haven't been chilling with nobody. So had that, because the patience thing is killing me. It's like I can feel it in my bones. It's like I have to take a walk and just walk it off and just be like, man, everything in me wants to get stuff done the way I want to get it done. But it's like something keeps saying, be patient. So then had the people come over, and they're just like, hey, I just want to say, be patient. And then she hands me a pamphlet. I'm like, oh, you're a Jehovah's Witness. I got the Jehovah's Witness kind of sense from them, because I looked around and I saw there was a couple people at a couple doors. I'm like, what's going on here? And then she handed me the pamphlet and then handed me a tablet and was like, can I talk to you for a minute? I was like, yeah, I'm kind of waiting on somebody, but go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Then the next person I was talking to, they're kind of a random individual. They really don't know my situation. They don't really, and that for me, that's always kind of nice to have a random individual. And this random individual was just kind of like, look, I was talking to him kind of about my situation and, how, people, certain people have been trying to bring me down. They actually been kind of terrorizing me a little bit, I've had some people call my family. I had somebody, even make a threat towards my family. I've had people trying to force me, to sell the home or into foreclosure. It's been a whole lot. It's like I know a lot of people out there, just kind of want to say, oh, Chan's dragging his feet and he's trying to prolong this and he's trying to keep his spouse and he's all this stuff. No, I'm in kind of a sense, I'm practicing patience. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going to get the situation figured out. It's a whole lot. Just this morning, I probably have made 15 phone calls to banks. I have a bunch of legal issues going on that I'm not proud about. Had to get those taken care of, and I got still a couple people terrorizing me just this morning. So, talking to that random individual, they were like, "Dude, look, man, as what everybody else has been saying, man, look, you just got to end this, man. You just got to end this and get out of it, because, dude, you are going to go down a path where they're going to get you in trouble, because that's all they're trying to do." Like, because what a lot of people don't realize is there's multiple sides to Chan, right? There's sides where I guess, can be a little wild, but a lot of times when people actually get to sit down or talk with me, you know what I'm saying, when they're not irritating me, they're like, dude, I had no sense of this is who you were. Now, yes, I do think you can calm down sometimes, probably slow down, on your beverages sometimes and everything, but had no idea this is what you were on. I had no idea this is what you were going through. And I'm like, for real? They're like, nah, nobody said anything. I was like, dude, nah. I mean, I'm like, it's all good, man. It's all good. This is, for me, for some reason in my head, when I'm going through shit, good or bad, it doesn't make me or break me. I just kind of like, I'm not trying to say that if somebody handed me a billion or a blank check that I wouldn't go crazy. Hell yeah. But at the end of the day, I'd probably just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other end, if somebody said, hey, Chan, you're $700,000 in debt. I'm like, how? They're like, we don't know how, but you owe us. I'm like, shit, fine. Well, we just got to keep moving. I got to figure out a way to make $700,000 now, or whatever, or more than that. So it was kind of like, when they said, dude, man, just get out of here, get out of this. And it's like, I even knew it. You know what I'm saying? I've even been taking the steps to it. But sometimes when you get a random individual that's not even in the situation, it's like, dude, they're going to get you in trouble. They're going to get you locked up. They're going to get you killed. Like, you just want to get out of this. Like, and trust me, everybody's been saying it. But sometimes it's nice to just have a random individual say it. And I'm telling you, I feel like it's just so amazing how God works. It's like he's trying to, not trying, he is dropping these people, as well as the primary people as well. Then, as far as BARF, getting on BARF, one thing I can discuss is, for the longest, I've been saying PMI, property mortgage insurance, something like that. Well, now people are saying, because I've been calling the bank like, yo, what's up with this PMI? You know what I'm saying? What's up with this PMI, man? You know, and they're like, hey, Mr. Hayes, I want to let you know you don't have PMI. And I'm like, what is going on now? Now I don't have PMI. And they're like, actually, I want to let you know you have MIP. I'm like, okay, I have MIP now. Okay. And MIP is for the duration of the loan. And my loan is, let me see, what's MIP? MIP is monthly investment plan, I believe. And my loan is 30 years. So your MIP lasts for 30 years. I said, wait a minute. Nobody talked to me about that. My MIP is approximately 1/4 of my monthly mortgage payment. From what I was told was after 3 years, 20%, my MIP would fall off. Well, that's not what's happening. Now they're saying MIP stays on. I'd have to refinance. My interest would basically double, if not close to triple. And then essentially nothing would happen. You know, good news is now I don't have the MIP or the PMI or whatever. However, I could work on getting the principal down now, and then that could change my interest payment, which could bring down my monthly payment. So that would be beneficial. The MIP I have, even no matter how much I put towards my mortgage, the MIP is just pretty much going to supposedly stay the same. So talking to them, I'm like, look, man, this is what I'm going through. I lost my job, lost my wife. You know, I'm getting terrorized. They're trying to take my children, trying to force me into foreclosures. They're trying to force me into a cell. Basically just threw their hands up and like, yo, not doing nothing. And they said, you know what, Mr. Hayes, there's nothing that we can do because you signed the agreement. But you know what? Just give us a couple of days. And you know how it is. You know how it is when people say, give me a couple of days when they said there's nothing they can do. Like, for example, you call your buddy up like, hey, can you give me a ride to the airport? Hey, Chan, right now it's not a good time, but if you can call around, see if there's anyone else out there, let me know and then call me back. What you going to do? You're going to hang up that phone, jerk off, take a couple shots, watch a show, and be like, oh, hey, just want to let you know, nobody picked up. And they're going, okay, cool, I'll give you a ride. Same thing. They're going to, hopefully, they said, look, give us a couple days. We'll see if there's anything that we can do, because this is a common misconception. This happens very often. Somebody says 3 years, you look down, it says 30. You didn't see that. You're excited to sign and whatnot. You read it. And trust me, I read my documents thoroughly, but this is another thing that they do at closing. You're all sitting there together. You don't get, like, I don't believe I got the documents. I don't think I got the documents a couple days early, because I would have loved, even the title documents, I would have loved to get those a couple days early, sit down with it, thoroughly read it. So I'm sitting down at closing, I'm reading the documents, I'm reading kind of fast, My spouse is sitting there looking at me like, what's going on, man? And I'm like, wait, can I read? You know, then you got the other person that's selling the home, whatever. They're just sitting there just looking at you. And I'm like, yo, and it's like 30 documents, or 20, 30 documents, something like that. And I'm like, yo, can I read? So, you can brush over something like 30 when they say 3. You know, so they say it's a misconception that happens. There's nothing they can do. But they said, give them a couple of days at a time. I said, thank you so much. You know, and then on the other note, I do have a for sale sign in the yard. And the bank was so friendly to say that, look, you know what I'm saying? We can help you sell the house. You know, basically you can have a bank representative there, and then you can have your real estate attorney there. So that was another legal issue I'm working on, is getting a real estate attorney, which I do have one said that they'll call me right back. They did say they have a ridiculous rate of $250 an hour, but they also said I may not need them that often. I may just want them to stop by my house for 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? And we just kind of talk like, where at in the process do I need you? Do I need you when I'm, you know, talking to prospects? they said essentially all I need them for is to jot up a contract. I don't know where I get these contracts because if I could, um, I would just find this contract and go over it myself. There was one more thing that I wanted to discuss. That the bank also stated at the time of sale, they want uh, they want one moment. They want a payoff statement. So at the time of sale, that's what the bank representative is basically going to say. Essentially, they're going to see the check, and they said they were going to take a payoff statement, and then that'll be good. Then I'll pay my real estate agent. Hopefully, I'll only take about 2 hours of their time, so about 1 hour to help me. Or I don't know how long it takes to write up a contract, but 1 hour to write up a contract, and then probably 1 hour, hopefully at closing, making sure everything's disclosed. Then I have that bank representative, and then boom, hopefully I can sell a home. And guess what? I'll do it without a realtor. So it would be so exciting to do that. Or if this bank can figure out a way to have me stay in the home, because right now I'm jobless. So if they could have me stay in the home, and I'm discussing with them a potential award or a buyout agreement. So again, going towards Barf, if you're in a situation where your spouse is just disgruntled and completely wants nothing to do with the house, they're just, I'm done. And you want to get them off of the title, but you don't want to do a refinance. For example, let's say your interest rate is pretty great, you know what I'm saying? And the interest rates are higher now, and you don't want to do that. So there's two things they've told me. You can offer an award or you can offer an agreement. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna reach out to my spouse, see if they'll take one of the options. I was hoping that they would take an award. I doubt it. They're saying I want to do the buyout. Now I got to figure out how much of this do they, how much do they want to get this thing written up? They can get off the title, get them their money. We don't have to change anything. And then if the bank can call me back and we can get this PMI off, then even without a job, I could probably maintain the property for a few more months, see if I can get some employment. Or you know what else I'm talking about is some of my listeners, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I know I haven't done anything with the market, but on the other end, I'm here, I'm just hanging out, I'm chilling. I'm trying to get my spirit right, man. And it kind of feels like I'm getting my spirit right, but I don't want to say that too loud because it seems like every time I get my spirit right, when my spirit is, because when I woke up this morning, I was in a funky place. I kind of had to get up and go outside and just get some air because I kind of was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all this is happening. Messages from my spouse's boyfriend, my spouse is defending them, saying, oh, they just said that because you made them mad, or that's not what they meant by that. I'm like, yo, are you crazy? So even that random individual, I was like, yo, this is kind of the stuff that they were saying, right? The boyfriend. And they're like, yo, I'm telling you, 100%. Took no hesitation. It wasn't like, well, could that possibly be interpreted? They were like, what the hell did he just say? Oh, hell nah. Like, and it's like, yo, I don't care, possibly, Chan, you probably said some shit that wasn't correct. You probably didn't start off the conversation too well. But to say that, the way it was said, the context, was like, oh, and it was like, that wasn't even the first person who saw it. I probably had like 2 or 3 other people see it and was like, oh, hell nah. Like, no, that does not look right. Like, that looks like a threat. You know what I'm saying? So dealing with defending that, dealing with all that, worrying about all these different attorneys that are like, hey, we're going to handle your real estate. We're going to handle your divorce. We're going to handle some other shit I got going on. It's like, man, this shit is like, and everybody's taking money and I don't got no money coming in. Everybody's like, yo, $2,000 here, $500 here, $2,000 here. I'm like, man, look, and listen, I'll say this. I have fucked up as well. Some of this is self-inflicted. And what I mean by that is I kind of was just chilling. If I want Chipotle 2 times a day, I kind of just been, swiping the credit card. Credit card was low for the credit card was low. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then just kind of was chilling, just started swiping, hanging out, and next thing you know, this comes up, that comes up, and it's just getting rough. But I know everything's gonna work out because guess what? Again, just today. Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me see. I was just working on one episode, making sure all the music is removed, and making sure that I publish it. But just today, man. Since I've woke up, fantastic. 2 more audience members. 1 play on my latest episode, and 3 plays today, period. Like, man, I gotta say thank y'all to all y'all. I gotta say thank you to God. Because trust me, I was chilling even with a buddy yesterday. A buddy was like, dude, let's just go out and get some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I really thought they were going to take me out to yell at me because they heard about the threats. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you in this situation? This is stupid. But I thought that's what it was going to be. It was like, yo, let's just get some ice cream, man, and just chill, man. And it's like, yo, how do you feel? Do you feel safe? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, how do you feel? And then, we also discussed, it may be best that, I probably, do some other shit to, protect some people. Nothing crazy, just, some shit's just gotten crazy. And we just had, I don't even tell you, we had a couple McFlurries, and McFlurry machine was working. When does the McFlurry machine ever work? I'm telling you, God is out there looking after me, man. God is like, listen, we got you, Chan. And listen, I'm not perfect by far. By far, I'm not perfect at all. But the mistakes I've made, you know how they say sometimes with police officers, the abuse or whatever exceeded the punishment. The punishment exceeded the crime or something. That's kind of what's going on. It's like I kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? Just various different ways. But the punishment that I'm receiving, does not match the crime. It's gotten completely out of whack. You know what I'm saying? I did easily, just with my spouse alone, should have been some counseling, should have been something to, you know what I'm saying, should have been something. None of that. Completely just 100%, not to mention some personal shit. But, I've taken care of things around the house, you know what I'm saying? Like for a while, and then when I'm down and out, it's time to roll out. I'm like, man, you tongue eating parasite, like, man, get your ass. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get this all figured out. So just wanted to share that with y'all. The main thing, if I could just say, man, how wonderful God is when you're in the world. It's like, nah, I don't know if that was Moulin Rouge. Actually, that was Nat King Cole. But when I first heard the song, I heard it on Moulin Rouge first. And then I had to Google it. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That song was beautiful. How wonderful life is when you're... No, that wasn't Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. Last thing, real quick. Nat King Cole was... I can't remember. There's nothing better in the world than to love and be loved in return. Something like that. So, how wonderful your life is now that you're in the world. That might be Elton John or something. I got to look it up. So thank you all so much to anybody and everybody who stopped by. I'm telling y'all, listen, next podcast you're going to hear, I'm probably going to be like, man, fuck, everything's fucked up, man. Because trust me, every time my spirit gets a little high, it's like, okay, I'm getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting things taken care of. Boom. Devil comes creeping in one way, shape, form, or another. Right now, I'll probably be okay. But wait, when people start getting off work, and people just want to call me and get mad at me and say, oh, he's stupid. Oh, he's flaky. Oh, he don't know what he's doing. Oh, I hope he fails. Oh, he ain't never winning shit. What has he done his whole life? One thing I'd say real quick, I've done a lot of successful shit, okay? I'm 36 and I'm still out here ticking. That's one successful thing as a what they consider us black men. Some people say we're copper tones. I don't, but right there alone is a win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing well. So, last thing I was talking to another associate, and they're like, man, don't worry about it, man. When people do this to people, when people want to lie and cheat and steal and do all this shit to people, what happens is you brought them, showed them how to get it done, whether they want to give you credit or not. You showed them how to do it, showed them some fun, along the way, probably made some mistakes. Now they think they can do it. Now they feeling big and bold and they ready to do it on their own. They ready to go kill the world, and then once they get away, they're going to start stumbling. I'm not wishing it on anybody. They're going to start stumbling. They're going to be like, why are things getting out of whack? So it's like, just get away. That was another random person I was talking to. It was just get away. You know what I'm saying? And this random person, this was yesterday, just walked up on me and was like, man, my partner is boring. And I was like, oh, for real? Just came to me, man, my partner is boring. Goodness, it couldn't be no boring. And then they were like, how's your partner? And I was like, my partner? I don't even think I had my ring on or anything. I was like, same old. It's rough right now. Trying to, they're trying to leave me and whatnot. And I've done so much for them, bought, cars and whatnot. And they're like, man, don't even worry about that, man. It was actually a lady. She was like, don't even worry about that. All that happens with that is, you probably showed her, nice things, showed her, the world a little bit. And then she probably found a new little piece of bait, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, he ain't shit. They're going to have some fun together. But then eventually shit's going to start getting out of whack. And she's going to be like, man, what in the world is going on? And then, and people always say when that shit happens, women tend to go back home to safety, security. That's what they typically do. I don't think that's going to be my case, at all. The way I'm getting talked to, I don't think that's going to happen one bit. Not even to mention, I don't really get along with my in-laws at all either. So, and what I'm saying, that whole situation is all messed up. But yeah, no, don't worry. God bless. Thank y'all so much to everybody who decided to stop by. I'm just trying to keep y'all informed on many different things, on how it works. And just in case you're in this situation, for example, again, with the MIP, they said that was with first homes. In order to get to the next level, I got to get a conventional loan. And on the other note, I found out that I'm not even at 80%. I'm at 90%. I've paid off 10% of my principal. So I got to get that down to 80 to at least be in the conversation of getting this MIP knocked off. And on the other note, they talking about I got to refinance and everything. So I'm just trying to figure this all out. Still haven't even got to the market yet. Okay, still haven't even got to the market yet at all. We could take a very quick look. I'm thinking about just going ahead and cut this episode now, and then we can get to this market if possible. I'm still working on. I still got a few more. Let me see, platforms that I got to complete. I'm on approximately about. Let me see. I'm on approximately, I believe, 6 platforms right now. So the platforms that I'm on right now is Spotify for podcasters, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and I think that's it. And I have 4 more that I want to work on: Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. And I think I'm going to stop there. I think there's a couple of other ones that I could work on that I may do it. I may just leave it alone. Let me see if I can find it. I said these the other day. Let me see. All right, I'm just going to leave it alone. Let me see real quick. Okay, yeah. Buzzsprout, Lisbon, and Podbean. Okay, no, okay. I'm sorry. Buzzsprout, Lisbon, or Podbean you can be on those and get your podcast on Spotify. So no, not those. So I got the last few that I'm trying to open up profiles on so that I can stream my podcast on those. I'm noticing just 1, 2, little 3 listens quicker. One listen would take me a whole day just to get. I'd sit there refreshing. Did anybody listen? Did anybody listen? And then I get one. You know, oh, cool. Somebody listened to my podcast. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. JetBlue is doing awful again today. We're seriously going to have to start considering an exit strategy. That was a long position. One more. And there's another Foot Locker position that it's a long put position. It's doing pretty. It's doing okay. It's not doing well. It's doing okay. It's the Foot Locker dropped just a little bit today. I'm not even looking at it. It was like Foot Locker opened up at like 26.90. I think it dropped a little bit. So the long put position is doing okay. The long put position, I think it'll just drop down to about 24. It could drop down a little bit more. And then I think I'm going to be bearish on Foot Locker. Probably up until, this is just complete emo investing. Probably up until about September of next year. Probably just try to get a long position and just kind of see. Foot Locker's $24. I know retail is, to me, retail is real iffy. It has its highs and its lows. It's kind of like, so I really don't like fooling with retail. But to get, I can't remember. I think Verizon's at like $33 and Foot Locker's at like $24. I think Ford is at like $17 or something. It's like, man, I could kind of scoop those up and, just seeing if they're at the lows. But we'll talk about some stocks in a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a quick break from this. Just want to talk about how great God is and how sometimes when you think like you're like, God, please send me a sign. Sometimes that sign is right in front of your face. Just comes up and it's like, yo, I just want to let you know, I'm here for you, baby. I'm here. Don't feel alone out there. I know you feel alone. And like that, like it literally kind of feels like you have, like spirits, like demons, like encroaching on you. It literally feels that way. It feels like you're alone. It feels like they're like encroaching on you from all angles. It feels kind of like you're curling up like a ball and you're sitting there and you're just like, God, please help me. You know what I'm saying? And then there's moments where you're like, and it's like, Chan, see, didn't I tell you we're here for you? We're here for you. Now all we need you to do is stop bojangling all the time, because I've even told you I can be lukewarm and I can backslide, and I'm not proud about it. I'm not making excuses. That pisses God off. We all know. He wants to throw you up, get you out of here. I know I'm not perfect, and when you do that, even more importantly, you open up a door for the devil to creep in. I'm not claiming everybody's perfect. Be perfect. For me, I'm kind of a laissez-faire. I kind of just live life kind of person. But when you open that door, essentially what's going on is you're opening up that door for for me, it's not so much that you're just letting the devil come in. It's more so you open up the door for the devil, not so much to commit sin, but to also throw your life in a whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? Just throw your whole life in a whirlwind. To an extent, even partially, I kind of feel like everything that's going on is my fault, but forget about all that. Thank y'all so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man Chairman. I appreciate it. Going to try to get this content on point. It's getting off point. Okay, it's getting off point. It's just madness now. It's somebody just coping on the line or whatever. But we're going to get this shit on point. We're going to have some fun. I know we're getting the music taken away. I'm really thinking about creating 2 episodes. Maybe I'll experiment with this episode. Maybe I'll experiment and try to create it twice. And then one can be for Spotify listeners, and then one can be for all the other platforms with no music. So let's just see how it goes. I want to, again, thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate it. This is Chan Man, House of Barf.